Bagfuel, baby.
What was your plan, though, to transition that? Because I always ask you this. How was you going to stay out jail, right?
Mm-hmm.
Be a rapper and be a part of Purple City at the same time?
I'm going to tell you the same thing I told you back then, all right? First of all, it was weed, right? So, in really order to fucking, you know, that was always looked upon in the hustling world as like the lowest tier of hustling. It was almost like the scared hustle.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's what soft niggas do.
Yeah,
soft
now
niggas.
it's scamming.
Yeah, but you know, after you sell hard drugs for a long time and you realize, you know, you see your whole life flash in front of you, you know what I'm saying, for some shit that you ain't getting $1 off of no more. You dig what I'm saying though? You didn't help nobody, you ain't set up nothing, you just out the game. You know, and I'm talking about like crack, coke, and heroin. Like, you know what I'm saying? Being involved in that, especially being targeted in the war on the drugs. You dig what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So in 2000, after being locked up in 97, beating the case and all that, you know what I'm saying? I had to make a conscious decision like, all right, I'm not fucking with none of that shit. But I was addicted to hustling. As much as like people do drugs, I was as addicted to hustling as taking it. Making the
money. Okay, I'm just
the
being
money.
Because some niggas just like the grind of it.
Listen, I'm gonna keep it real with you. It wasn't just the money. It was more like the freedom. And it sounds crazy. Nigga talking about freedom, selling drugs. It sounds
not having to do a 9 to 5. Or
it's like it's like I don't talk to I don't listen to none of that shit. I'm lawless. Like I don't listen to the law,
that
my
shit
nigga.
applies to me.
I don't fuck with none of that shit, my nigga. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. That's
I went
my
on some
friend.
straight like rebellious shit, but then I snapped out of it. Like this shit is all about money, though, my nigga. That's the real thrill, right? I'm like, fuck that coke shit. That shit, you know what I'm saying? Back then it was like the numbers was like 2 bricks of coke is 60,000, 30 a brick, right?
I just be like, where's
10
this money from?
10 pounds of haze though was like 60,000.
You're getting 6,000 a pound.
So the
instead of 30,000 a brick.
The point is, if you go spend 60 grand, if I go spend 60 grand, right, and I go buy 2 keys of coke, right, and versus me buying 10 pounds of haze, right? First of all, in the most, you know, psychotic way, it's like I'm licking 3 birds with 1 stone, fucking with the weed. Because 1, I'm not going to prison for the rest of my life if I get caught. 2, I'm actually making maybe about $2,000 more if I sell it wholesale. Okay. And 3, I'm getting wild clout and bitches off this shit. You feel me? You feel me though? And this is before clout was a thing. Clout was something that was like, that people had because they was about something.
Yeah.
And they was doing shit. And they was outside. It could be a nigga who was the brokest nigga, but he had all the clout. It wasn't really about how much money you had.
It wasn't. It really was about what you was doing. My clout was playing ball and throwing bomb ass parties. Niggas knew they was coming to my parties. They was leaving with bitches. They was lit.
Let him tell it. And having the bitches, my nigga. Fuck what you talking about?
I had the bitch. But the bitches came.
But you was. But I'm gonna keep it real. I don't want to paint him out to be like a gigolo or nothing.
No.
He was just a person that you was just a person that basically the girls liked. You know what I'm saying? They was jacking and they started competing with each other. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it was.
And it just became something that
I used that too though. But I used that play too, you know, a little later in life where I was like, I let the bitches play that off.
Yeah,
You did? Cause once you bag one nice one, then it was like a whole
It's up.
It's up.
The niggas be always making it's just like music.
Don't listen to me, man. I'm just talking some shit from back in the days. I ain't on that time.
But that's what everything, if you go get the top, if you go get one of the top bitches, the niggas and the bitches is gonna be looking at you like, who's that?
But listen,
it's the same way with the weed. You got the best weed, you got the best song, you the flashiest, you dress the best, you dope. It trickles down. It's a standard that you gotta come and you gotta meet with. And that's what carries around with everything. The bitches, your jewelry, your weed. Come on.
Yeah, but it's a little bit different when you're doing it at different echelons. So what I'm gonna say with Shiest, he's known for having the best bud. So it's already, especially in New York at that time, when
bro,
and
listen
then,
to me, bro, listen. When I was in high school, I left high school to get money, right? When I started getting money, I wasn't getting a little bit of money. It wasn't like I left high school to go flip, you know, fucking $100 pack. You know what I'm saying? I kind of like, got into a situation on my own recognizance. It wasn't like I was under some drug dealers and I was working for niggas, you know what I'm saying? I went to go cop for my man, and I went out of town with my mans, and we busted down my family, you know what I'm saying? And we was making money. So it's like, I'm seeing wild bread, my nigga. Like,
Even when it comes to the women with you.
women love money.
No, listen.
And they love a nigga who's well-traveled and well-versed.
No, but let me add on to the sauce.
Sorry, go ahead.
To this day, even though you're chilling, the whole porn world loves you. All them porn bitches still love you. I see all of them. You're on their timeline. Not they putting you in the story.
You know why? Because I'm not pursuing any of them.
Yeah, I know.
That's why though. But I'm just telling you why they fuck with me.
Yeah.
Because they're pursued all the time.
All the time.
In the ways that are undisclosed to the public. You dig what I'm saying?
Yeah, I got you.
So I don't pursue them in that way. I treat them as human beings.
That's the one thing they've always said. People treat them like objects and animals.
Yeah, I tap out of that because growing up and being in the hustle world, deep in the hustle world, I'm talking about that was my 9 to 5, so I took that serious. I just wasn't hustling on some shit like I just hustle when I make money. I was doing that shit on some stat shit. I wasn't writing numbers. I learned the numbers in my head. My mother's an accountant, so I learned the numbers. And we from campus. You know what I mean? Numbers, angles. That's something I specialize in, bro. You know what I mean?
I never, of all the things that I thought about, I never thought about that aspect of strategicness and
What you mean?
it goes because in our school you had your teachers, but your homeroom teacher was special. He wasn't the homeroom teacher we had.
He was like your parent a little bit.
He was not a man. And I give credit to Mr. Rogers. I wish that he was not a man.
Mr. Lana was my homeroom teacher.
Yeah. Oh, you wasn't in with Mr. Rogers?
I had drafted like third period, second period, and third period with Mr. Rogers.
All right. So Mr. Rogers was the style of dude that he was into who you was and who you could become. He was an extra teacher and a father, a lookout. They weren't just letting you get in trouble.
No.
They were trying to stop it. It was a different type of thing. If you had beef, I remember the Decepticons was trying to get at me my freshman year because they got me mixed up with somebody else and the girl capped like I was trying to fuck with her. And I wasn't. Bitch named Sherry. I won't ever forget it, right? My teacher, them niggas was knocking on the door with the hammer like, yo, we gonna get you, nigga, and all this shit. I'm 14, 13 still. Right? I'm like, I don't know what the fuck going on, but I gotta walk out this room. My teacher walked me to my class. And then she came and got me from my next class and walked me to my next class.
Like nobody's gonna do nothing.
That's how that's the type of school and the type of presence that we was in and the type of standard.
We were smart kids. We wasn't no like bad kids like that.
Nobody was bad.
If you was a bad kid, for you to get into that school was to tell you that you wasn't a bad kid.
Yeah.
It was to let you know, like, yo, you got a future, you just gotta tighten up. You know what I'm saying?
You know?